record the session and let me share the screen. Okay, so now is it clear, guys? Now you can see the server is ready, not this one. This is the RDP window. Right, now you can see the server is ready. This you cannot maximize, guys. Okay, if you maximize, still you will get the same screen, guys. When you open the server, when you connect it to the server, by default you will get this screen. This is called server manager, guys. By default you will get it. Okay, what you can do, you can happily close this window, no issues at all. Okay, that again, if you want to open, it will be there on the taskbar. You can click, automatically it will, by default it will open, guys. When you connect it to any server, by default server manager will open. So server manager will tell you what is the uses of server manager and all, we'll discuss later. Okay, so you can close that server manager. Okay, guys. Right, so what will be the next step? Now what will be the next step? I want to connect to the server remotely, right? So to connect to the server remotely, I have to enable two settings. Okay, so two network settings I have to enable, guys. Two network settings I have to enable. Okay, so one is you have to enable the remote desktop connections from your this PC properties. This PC properties. Second one is, this is your step one. Step one. Okay, and the step two is, step two is uh, enable the network settings from Oracle VirtualBox Manager. Okay, so let's do this two settings, guys. So first setting is enable the remote connections from the this PC properties. Go to your Windows machine, guys. Go to your Windows machine, the one which you installed just now. Go to the Windows server. Open this folder. You can go to this PC. You can see this PC. Right click properties of this PC. There you can see remote settings. Click on the remote settings and you can see allow remote connections to this computer. Click on this. Click OK. Apply and OK, guys. This is one setting you have to do. Okay. Next setting. Next, what we have to do, guys? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me what is the next setting? Anyone remember that setting just now we discussed? We have to go to Oracle VirtualBox Manager. Okay. Go to the machine, the one which you have created. Right click on the machine. Go to the settings of this machine. Go to the network settings. Here, click on this NAT. You can see bridged adapter. Select bridged adapter. Make sure sometimes you can see three adapters, three names. Sometimes you can see only one name. Not an issue, guys. Keep it as it is. Select this advanced button. You can see promiscuous mode as deny. Select allow all. Click OK. These are the two settings you have to do, guys. That's it. You can connect to the server remotely. Now tell me, guys, if I want to connect to any server remotely, what I should have? Again, guys, once you just did those settings, you will get this. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Okay, so you can see this again. You will get this pop-up in the server, guys. Okay, just click on yes. Whenever you are getting that network pop-up, click on yes, guys. Okay, that's fine. Now remote connections are enabled. Now you have to connect to the server remotely. Now tell me, guys, what I have to do now. I want to connect to this server remotely. This server, the one which I have created just now. I want to connect to this server remotely. What should I do now? Tell me.
Take IP address.
How can I take IP address? Which IP address I can take?
From command prompt.
Which command prompt I have to use? Now I have two command prompts, your laptop command prompt, your server command prompt. Which command prompt I have
server
to use?
command prompt.
Server command prompt.
Server one.
Server one. Right? Okay, done. So guys, remember, listen very carefully. You will be confused here again. People will ask me. Okay, I am saying This is your laptop, guys. Okay, let me go to the laptop. Let me go to the, yeah, this is, imagine this is your laptop. Okay, in this laptop you have installed the server. Let me go to the laptop again, you will get an idea. Listen carefully. Okay, again you will ask the doubt. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So this is your laptop. In this laptop you just created a VM. Okay, virtual machine. Let me check whether we have anything like that. Okay, we have one virtual machine. Let's go with this one. Okay, so in your laptop, you just created one virtual machine, guys. Imagine in this virtual machine we have SQL server. You have created one virtual machine. So I want to connect to this VM. So this VM is having one IP address. What is that IP address? Might be anything. In my case, let me check the IP address of this machine, guys. Go to the server. How to check the IP address of this machine? Go to this Windows, right click, run, or there is a shortcut Windows R also. Type CMD. Okay, just type ipconfig. Okay, you will get the IP address. The IPv4 address you can use to connect to the server remotely, guys. What is the IPv4 address? 192.168.1.5. Okay, this address I have to use to connect to the servers remotely. You might ask, sir, in the organization, do I need to log into the server and I have to check it? No. In the organization, they will let us know on which server you are having issue. Why? Because in the organization, you cannot connect to the servers directly. If you have IP address or server name, then only you can connect. So if anyone is having any issue, they will let us know the server name or IP address. So nothing to worry about the server name and IP address in the organization. It will be mentioned in the ticket. If they need a SQL server, on which server they want SQL server, they will mention the IP address of that server or server name. Okay, so nothing to worry about the servers. In the organization, server's IP address will starts with 10 series. In our setup, it will start with 192 series, guys. But in the organization, your server IP address will starts with 10 series. Okay, 10.0.1.25, 10.2.2.15, like that. It might be anything. You mostly it will be 10 series only. Okay, so this IP address, the IPv4 IP address, I have to give, guys. Let me go back to the diagram. 192.168.1.5. Okay, this is my server IP address. This is the IP address of this machine. So you have to open MSTSC in your laptop. Again, I am saying you have to open MSTSC in your laptop. Okay, MSTSC. Okay, in your laptop. Once you open MSTSC in your laptop, it will ask, you will get this kind of pop-up. It will ask your server IP address. What is the server IP address, guys? 192.168.1.5. This server IP address I have to give and I have to click connect. Okay, guys, means you are connecting your virtual machine from your local machine, means your laptop, remotely. People, what they will do, what mistake they will do, they will go to the server. Here they will type MSTSC, and from that server to that server they will try to connect to the server remotely. Sir, I am unable to connect to the server remotely, sir, they will ask. From where to where you have to connect to the remotely, guys? From your local laptop to your Windows server, you have to connect to remotely, connect to the servers remotely. So where I have to open MSTSC? In my server or in my laptop? Where?
Local.
In your
Local.
local laptop, guys. Some people, you people are already professionals, so it might be very silly things for you, but some of them are non-technical. I have to explain, so don't worry, guys. I'm so sorry for that if you know the things. Okay, these are very small things. Yes, as you know, it is very small, but there are non-technical people are there, so I'm explaining. Still people come back to me, sir, I am getting this error. What they will do, they will log into the server, they will type MSTSC in the server itself, they will try to connect to the server from server itself. No, guys, you cannot do that. You have to connect to the server remotely from your laptop. Means MSTSC you have to type in your local laptop. You will get this window. Then you have to enter this server IP address, the server what we just created just now. That server IP address you have to enter. Once you enter, if the remote connections are properly configured, then you will get this screen, enter username and password. What is the username, guys? Can anyone tell me?
Administrator.
Very good, administrator.
Administrator.
Administrator spelling you have to know, guys. And password 123. Right now you will get username and password. So now you have to type your username and password, guys. So once you give correct username and password, then it will connect to the server remotely, guys. This is how will connect to the servers remotely. Okay, it is taking time, just a minute. What is this? This could be due to CRED SSP encryption oracle remediation error. Listen carefully. We'll get this error. Some of you will get this error, guys. Some of you don't get this error. Not an issue. Click OK. Again, remember this error. Remote computer 1.5. This could be due to CRED SSP encryption oracle remediation error. If you get this error, go to the server, Windows server. Go to this PC properties again. Go to the remote connections. Go to the remote connections, uncheck this box. That's it. Click apply and OK. Done, guys. Now again open MSTSC, type your IP address. Now again give your username and password. My username is administrator, guys. My password is dot 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 123. Now what I have to press, guys, here? Yes or no? I have to click on yes, guys.
Yes.
This is how we have to connect to the servers remotely in the organization. The day one onwards, you have to do these things in the organization. If you don't know how to connect to the server remotely, believe me, guys, lot of people lost their jobs as they don't know how to connect to the servers remotely. And the first day, the colleagues will give you KT, knowledge transfer. Okay, they will ask you to share your screen. They will give one server IP address or server name. They will ask you to connect to the servers. They will watch your screen how you are connecting to the servers. If you don't know how to connect to the servers remotely, if you don't know whether you have to press yes or no, that's it, guys. That will be your last day in the organization. No more discussions. Simply they are going to terminate you. You should know how to connect to the servers remotely, guys. Okay, so this is the server. Now you can see, guys, the same server whatever I just created, now I just connected in another way. This is direct way, guys. Once I connected in remote connections, okay, the direct connection will be locked, guys. If you connect to the server directly, remote connection will be closed. Only one connection will work at a time. If you connected to the server remotely, direct connection will be locked like this. Okay, the server is locked now. I'll connect to the server directly. The remote connection will be closed, guys. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3. Done. Remote connection is closed. You can see disconnected. If I connect to the server remotely, this is the direct connection, right? See now, the direct connection will be locked. Click yes again. Every time you have to press yes, and you can move this bar. And if you minimize, this server will be locked. Okay, so either direct connection will work or either remote connection will work at a time, guys. Are we good now? How to connect to the servers remotely? What is meant by RDP? Everything, guys. Are we good now? Fine. Any questions? Any doubts, please? Guys, any questions? Please let me know, please. Venkat Shiva, is that fine for you? Please unmute and let me know, guys. Venkat Shiva, Suresh, Shravani, of course, you are already doing, right? Santosh, Saket, Sai, Raju Reddy, Prasad, Pradeep Raj, Murli, Jayesh, Heralal, Harminder, Gajanan, Anil, Harini, Venkat Shiva, Android Blue Droid. Who is this Android Blue? Forgetting about him. Okay, Shiva, right? Okay. Are we good now, guys? Remote connections. Still having any doubts? The only guys, I'm so sorry to share with you this. Okay, batch 43. You people are not interacting. I don't know what is the problem to you. You are unable to say yes or no also. If
Yes, sir.
if
Yes,
if
yes, sir.
you are not interacting, guys, I'm sure you cannot open your mouth. The same kind of feeling you will get when you're going to the interview. What is the need, guys? Whether you got the things or you didn't got the things, what is the need? I can simply deliver the things, I can log off. Why I am asking you to interact? This is very important, guys. If you don't interact now, you cannot interact with the interviewer. If you don't interact now, you cannot interact with your colleagues. I don't know what is the problem to say yes or no. And I'm so sorry, guys. Batch 42 is an excellent batch. Excellent batch. Correct or wrong, that is different thing. Whether they understood or not understood, at least they will respond. I need a response. You people are not at all responding. I am just hearing from one or two guys. That's it. I don't know what is the problem. That's okay. And I found that you are not answering the questions also. So in that case, I'll check for 1 or 2 days. Why to waste the time? I'll simply jump into the topics. I don't ask questions also. Okay. So if why? Because guys, I'm saying I'm not like other trainers. Whether you're getting it or not, whether you're not getting, I can't leave you like that, guys. It's very important for me. Okay. So that's fine. Try to respond. If you are not responding next time, I don't ask whether you're getting or not getting. That's fine. Okay. So this is how we are going to connect to the servers, guys. So what we can do now, that's it for today. Okay. We don't discuss anything more. So Murli, okay, you will connect. I told you as discussed in the organization will connect to the servers remotely only, not direct. I told you, right? We don't get direct connection or direct access to the machine. Only Windows team and network team and storage team can get direct access. As a DBS, all other teams, they have to connect to the servers remotely. So from day one onwards, you should know how to connect to the servers remotely. That's why we are practicing remote connections. If you want to work directly, you can. Guys, again, remote connections are not mandatory. Don't think like remote connection is mandatory for you to practice in the organization. Remote connections are mandatory. RDP is mandatory. Without RDP, you cannot connect to the server. But in the practice, you can directly connect to the server. You can directly log into the machine by just using Control Delete button. Okay, and you can work with it directly. Also, you can work with it. Both are same. This is one way of connecting. That is another way of connecting. At the end of the day, okay, these are two connections for a single server. Don't think I have two servers, only one server. Either you are connecting directly or you are connecting remotely. Okay,
Yep.
right, guys? So, remotely now you got the point, right? In the organization, we have only one way, that is remote connection. So, from day one onwards, you should know how to connect to the servers remotely. That's why we are practicing remote connections. Okay. Okay, done. Okay, so tomorrow we'll discuss. Now everything is ready, guys. Now Windows machine is ready. Everything is ready. Now tomorrow we'll install SQL Server 2017. So to install SQL Server 2017, we should have okay a prerequisite, guys. We should have a prerequisite. So that is called .NET Framework. Okay, so tomorrow I'll show you how to install .NET Framework. Once we install .NET Framework, then we'll proceed to install SQL Server. Very important, guys. Tomorrow is our class. Today, what we discussed completely Windows and network things. We don't do these things in the organization. Tomorrow is our class. We have to do those things. Installing SQL Server is a DBA responsibility. So tomorrow we are going to install SQL Server, guys. Okay, that's it, guys. Any questions you can ask me. Otherwise, okay, I'm good to close the session
Sir,
for
my
today.
personal machine
Yes,
have
yes.
Windows Home Edition.
Windows Home Edition. Yes, very good. Okay, just
Then
let me tell you one thing, guys. Only Windows 10 Pro, okay, only Windows 10 Pro can
support
use
remote control.
remote connections. Okay, Windows Home, they cannot use remote connections. In that case, as Murli asked, can't we connect to the servers directly? So nothing is stopping you guys. If remote connections are not working, directly you can log into the server. Directly you can do the things. Whatever I'm doing remotely, directly you can do the things. Just log into the server directly. Directly you can install .NET Framework, and of course, directly you can install SQL Server and all. Okay, so in case if you are using Windows 10 Home Basic, Okay, so you cannot connect to the server remotely, guys. You have to use Windows 10 Pro operating system. Sir, how can I see where can I see whether I'm using Windows 10 Pro or not? Go to again MS Info 32, your system information. There you can see which Windows operating system you are using. You can see Microsoft Windows 10 Pro. Okay, so if you can see 10 Pro Professional, that means you can connect to the servers remotely. If you are using home basic and all, you cannot connect to the server remotely. Okay, guys.
So shall I install Pro?
Your wish. That's your wish. No problem. If you want, you have to override your existing operating system. So make sure you have existing backup and all. Take all your important data backup, and you can go for installation of another operating system. You can upgrade to 10 Pro. But before
Okay.
upgrading, take the backup of your important data. Okay, as
Yeah.
you're upgrading OS, so take the backup of your data.
Okay. All those things are done in Windows 10 also. Home edition.
Home edition, all those things can't. I mean, means that's what we discussed. Remote connections are not there in the Windows 10 Home Edition. Okay, but again, you can connect to the server directly. You can do the things. Only thing, if you know how to connect to the servers remotely, you can skip remote connections. Arminder, right?
Jayesh.
Jayesh. Okay, Jayesh. If you know how to connect to the
Yeah,
server
organization
remotely,
we already use no
definitely, then you
how to
can
connect
skip
a
it.
remote
You
connection.
can skip it. You
Okay.
can skip it. Directly log into the machine. Just do whatever I'm doing. That's it. I told you, right? Either you want to
Yeah.
come in this way or in that way. Both of us entering into the server only. If you connected to the server remotely, you will get a big screen. If you are connected to the server directly, you don't get the big screen. The only thing that is the only difference. Remaining everything is same.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Only
today
thing is
you provide
you
no softwares
I'm going to
link and all. Okay.
those who completed payment, you will get notes, okay, and software links. Please download the
Okay.
softwares, create a separate folder, keep all the softwares in that folder, guys. Again, you shouldn't be search where is my software and all. Okay, you will get the links by today. Okay, no issues. I'll share
Okay.
the links. Okay, guys, are we good now? Still, there is no response.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, guys. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Tomorrow,
sir.
tomorrow we'll connect at 7 a.m. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Bye.